Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about my favorite fragrances for the month of October. So maybe it was the same for you this month. I was really eager to start wearing my fall fragrances, but it was really warm in France. So, and also I was sick at the beginning of the month and I was really not able to wear any fragrance for maybe 10 days, something like that, which is pretty rare for me. Even if this time I didn't lose my sense of smell, but I was really bad. So yeah, I was in really bad shape, so I didn't wear anything at the beginning of the month. But after that, then when I was able to wear something, at least, I was longing for really calm, relaxing, cozy fragrances, but also quite light and not obnoxious. So not really strong and pungent fragrances. So the first one that I wore when I was able to wear anything is La Peau Nue by Celine. If you can see it, yes. So La Peau Nue is really something like indeed a skin scent, but something like an elegant skin scent. It smells like cosmetics to me, but more like cream, yes, like a luxurious cream or powder. Yeah, like something really expensive cosmetics. And basically what it smells like to me is iris butter, something like that. I have a feeling of something really buttery iris. And mainly that's it. I don't really know what's behind. I have the impression of something a bit woody, maybe like vetiver behind, but otherwise I really don't know what else is in this fragrance. Yeah, so mostly iris, but iris butter, if you love that note and you love the idea of smelling like expensive cosmetics, I think you would love this one. Definitely skin scent to me, not something that projects a lot, but really classy, elegant and comforting to me. So that was the first fragrance that I was really longing for at the beginning of the month. Yeah. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Trudon and it is Medie. So I have a travel spray of this one. I bought it maybe more for sunny days or for summer, spring. I think it would be perfect also. So this is a grapefruit fragrance, lovely grapefruit or pomelo note at the beginning. And this is mainly what I get from this one. It's really fruity, but I have something more. I have something woody, a bit aromatic. I'm wondering if it doesn't have also a vetiver or juniper in this fragrance, because it also gives me some fall vibe, let's say. Something like a citrusy fall fragrance. Yeah, super citrusy, super sparkling, super uplifting. So I guess this is what I needed. Maybe I needed my dose of vitamin C at that moment. So this is what I wore. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Essentiel Parfum and it is Mon Vetiver. So I guess this one is my favorite from the brand so far. I really like it usually for spring and summer, but yes, as I was looking for something fresh, this is what I wore. But it is quite fresh. It has something sparkling, not spicy, but citrusy. But it has also lots of woodiness behind, something aromatic also. So I think it has also juniper and vetiver. So this is maybe notes that I was looking for. But I smell a little something that smells a bit chemical to me. So I think there is something synthetic. I can't really pinpoint what it is, but I smell something like a synthetic note that I smell in lots of fragrances now. I'm quite okay with it, but when it's not what I smell the most. I smell it a lot when I spray it at first, at the beginning, but after that, it's quite okay. But still, I really enjoy this one. Maybe leaning a little bit more masculine, I don't know, but who cares, you see. I enjoyed really wearing this one. So, and I think it has something a bit comforting. I'm wondering if it doesn't have a hint of lavender, because this is a comforting, quite clean vetiver fragrance to me, and yeah, I really enjoyed it also this month. My next fragrance is by Givenchy and it is Trouble-Fête. So this is from their private collection. This is the first fragrance that I bought from this collection because I really fell in love with this one because it's green, it's a bit sweet also, it's light, it's airy, it's elegant, it's cheerful. I really like this one. So I love the green opening with the fig and the fig leaf, and it's quite fruity also, and after that it's quite comforting. I love the sesame note in this one. Sesame is a note that I usually quite enjoy in fragrances, and it gives it something a bit special. So yeah, this is why I really like this one. Overall, it's quite a beautiful collection. I really enjoy their fragrances. They are not, let's say, completely unique or groundbreaking, but they are really well made, really elegant, classy. I think that they are good quality also. So this is a collection that I really like. And this one is maybe the most unique from the collection that I smelled. The other ones are really nice, but they all reminded me of something, and this one, yeah, doesn't. So yeah, this is the first one that I bought, but yeah, I bought some other ones and I guess I did a video about this this collection if you're interested. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Guerlain, and it is Baiser de Russie. So this is from the previous, what was it? Les Parisiennes, yes, Les Parisiennes collection. So at the beginning, when I tried this one, it really reminded me of Mon Guerlain. So it reminded me of, I don't know, something like Mon Guerlain, but without the lavender, if you can imagine that. But yes, this is what I get from this one. And in the end, it reminded me after that, once I tried it, a bit more of Mon Exclusive, but without the lavender again. Because it has this gourmand background base. I guess it has quite the same base than Mon Exclusive, like the caramel, the vanilla, the tonka beans. But on top you have something fruity. So you have something like red fruits. I don't really remember which one. I guess it was cranberries, something like that. Yeah, something like berries, red berries. So, and I guess it was cranberries. And it has also a bit of this woody pine notes that reminds me of the forest. So I really like the mix of all these notes together. It sounds a bit weird, but it's not. It's really beautiful, really well made, really feminine, really soft also, because this is quite a soft fragrance. This is not something that projects a lot. This is more of a skin scent, and this is a fragrance for once. I wish this one could be a bit more, a bit stronger, but it's not. But yeah, still I love the scent, and yeah, I'm wearing it from time to time, but usually for fall. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Diptyque, and it is Orpheon. So this is quite of their recent releases. I believe it was released last year. I think so. Tell me, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe in 2020 or 2021. And I really like this one. I like the, I love the note of juniper usually. So I love that in this fragrance. But it has also something comforting behind. So what I get the most is the juniper berries and the tonka beans in this fragrance. In between, I don't really know, but I like these two facets together, this green aromatic side with the comforting notes, usually with vanilla or with the tonka beans. I love that, these notes together. And for sure, I love it in this one. So yeah, this is one that I really enjoy too. Definitely stronger than Baiser de Russie. It has quite a good sillage. The first time I wore this one, so it was after, when I tried it and I went out of the store. I went into another store, and in this second store, people were asking me what I was wearing. And it was Orpheon. So I guess this one has quite a good sillage. My next one is a fragrance by Memo, and it is Italian leather. So yeah, indeed, I'm falling more and more in love with this Memo collection. All their leather are really good. I really love what they do. I don't know if it's Aliénor Massenet, I guess that's maybe her again, because I know that she's creating most of Memo fragrances, if she's not creating all of them, but yeah. So what I love in this one, again, this is the mix between the green notes, the green opening with the warm, comforting base. So what I get the most from this one is the note of tomato leaf. Yes, it's bringing something a bit aromatic to the fragrance and really green. It has also the notes of galbanum. I almost can smell something like rosemary, or you know, things that you associate with the tomato usually. So I have kind of all these aromatic notes, and this is pretty strange because it works really well together, all these notes, all these green notes, also with the galbanum. And then what I get is a warm, comforting base. Yes, with some resins, some vanilla. I get the vanilla a lot, lots of vanilla from this one, and it's working pretty well with the tomato leaf, which is quite surprising to me. But these notes work really well together, and the leather, of course. I have some leather from this one, but not something really harsh, but more like a soft leather, and it's quite addictive, this one. I think that, to me, these green notes with the vanilla, it has something really attractive to me. I don't know. So yeah, this is one also that I really enjoyed wearing this month. My next fragrance is a Guerlain fragrance, and it is Tonka Imperiale, of course. I wore this one this month. I think it's perfect for the weather, because yes, at least it became a bit colder here, hopefully, because I was really longing for this kind of fragrances. So yes, what I really love in this one, so first, in the opening I have something a little bit citrusy, and after that, in the mix of the notes, the opening is a bit medicinal to me, but it doesn't last. It maybe, I don't know, less than 1 minute. And after that I have lots of almond, tons of almonds and tonka, with some aromatic notes. So I definitely get the rosemary in this fragrance. And I have also, when it dries down, I have more woodiness, and I have also the pine notes with some tobacco on my skin. So this is what I get at the end. I have, let's say, more of the tonka beans, the tobacco, and the pine, which I really love. And I really enjoy this one. It took me quite a while to fall in love with this fragrance, but now that I'm really into it, I'm really into it. This is the perfect season to wear it, so I'm not letting it down. And now I'm wearing it. So my next one, I think that you can guess then. If I wore Tonka Imperiale, I also wore the new Shalimar Millésime Tonka by Guerlain. So yeah, just love this one too. I'm glad I got it. So what I get from this one is tons of almond, super powdery. So I have something like a floral background with lots of powderiness on top, coming from the almond and the tonka beans. A beautiful vanilla behind, which is, I guess, the same than from the previous version, the Millésime Vanilla. And yes, you have this beautiful Guerlinade, so definitely has Guerlain DNA. So imagine Guerlinade with lots, with the boost of tonka beans, because this is a note that is part of Guerlinade, with some almonds on top, tons of almond added to it, and a beautiful vanilla. So yeah, lovely. Yeah, for sure this one. I'm gonna continue to wear it for fall, and yeah, I guess for winter it's gonna be great too. Like a cozy, comforting fragrance. I love to smell it also after when I spray this fragrance. I love to smell it also on my hair. Yeah, just love it. So my next fragrance is a Guerlain fragrance, and this is Mademoiselle. So this is also from the Les Parisiennes collection. And this is my favorite fragrance from this collection. Unfortunately discontinued again, but yeah. So what this fragrance smells like, so this is a really green fragrance in the opening, so you really need, I guess, to to enjoy green fragrances also, because this one has a really strong note of galbanum, but I really love that. And this is typically the kind of fragrance that I love because it has this mix between green notes and warmer, most comforting notes. So you have a mix between green and gourmand notes in this one. So it has this green note of galbanum in the opening, and after that you have a lovely note of iris that I love, which is quite floral, not buttery and creamy as in La Peau Nue, but really quite floral. Mixed with the orange blossom, so this is the floral note that you get the most from this one, and you have this mix between orange blossom and marshmallow that you have now in many famous fragrances, but this one is quite old compared to all these other ones, but okay, still. And you have a beautiful vanilla behind, which is really comforting. And yeah, I just really enjoy this fragrance. I'm really sad it got discontinued, but yeah. And for the little story, it's supposed to be a re-release of the second version of La Petite Robe Noire. So it was La Petite Robe Noire 2, apparently. I missed this version. I never saw it on sale, so if you can see it, maybe you can try it, because it's supposed to be the same smell, and I guess it's less expensive, even if it's also discontinued, but yeah, just for the little story. And yeah, at some point they decided to re-release this version of La Petite Robe Noire in this collection. And yes, I'm just missing it now, so I don't know, maybe at some point they will re-release it as usual, you know, with Guerlain, you never know. But in the meantime, I still have a bit to enjoy, so I'm still enjoying it. So my next fragrance is a tea fragrance, and I guess you won't be surprised that it is Thé Yulong. So this is a fragrance that I wear a lot. And yes, at the beginning of the month, I really enjoyed wearing this one when I was able to wear a fragrance at least. But because it's really cozy, comforting, so it has, I guess it has some black tea, maybe some green tea. It has lots of tea in this one. A beautiful citrusy opening. And I have also lots of iris from this one, so this is something that it's, yeah, now on paper I don't really smell the iris, but on my skin I get lots of iris after that, especially in the dry down. I have, let's say, tea, iris, and vetiver, and I really love that. It's really calming, it's still uplifting, elegant. I really like this one. I guess this is my favorite one from this collection. It is, yeah, let's say quite simple. It has nothing groundbreaking, but still it's really pretty and I love wearing it. So, you know, sometimes, let's say, simple fragrances sometimes are the best ones. My next one is a tea fragrance also, but completely on the opposite side of Thé Yulong. And it is One Umbrella for Two by Floraiku. So this one on the other side is really fruity, really gourmand. The tea note here, I guess it's gen matcha. It has something like a almost hazelnut note to me. So what I smell from this one, what I get from it, is something like a fruity bay, something like blackcurrant with hazelnut and a comforting woody base. So I don't get much more from it, but I really love what I'm getting from it, and it is, let's say, it's quite potent. It's quite a potent fragrance. I guess everyone around you can smell it, and usually people ask you what you are wearing because they really enjoy the smell of it. And yeah, I just love this one. It is when I was able to go out again. This is one that I was longing for, because it has this comforting dimension of the tea, but also really uplifting and quite flirty with the fruity notes. So yeah, I really liked it. My next fragrance is one I guess you've already heard me talk about in my discoveries of the month. And in the end, I got a bottle of it. So this fragrance is On My Lips by Floraiku. So what does it smell like? This fragrance at the beginning has a super fruity opening, quite sweet. Yeah, super sweet. And this note is supposed to be jujube, so I get no clue what it is, this fruit, or what it smells like, but to me I get something like, I don't know, maybe a quince or something like that. Something super fruity, super sweet, with a little bit of, not bitterness, but a bit of acidity. I don't know how to say that, but... And what I get from this one after that is lots of lavender. So I have a ton of lavender, and I love lavender in fragrances, but it's like a sweet lavender fragrance. And I love that it's mixing, let's say, the path. You don't really know where you're going with this one. Like, say, okay, is it a man fragrance? Is it a female fragrance? And then, like, the codes of male and female fragrances are mixing together to create this fragrance. So I really like that they try to create this fruity fougere. So I really like the result of it. So basically, after the lavender part, I have something more floral, and then I get something more comforting also to it. I have lots of tonka beans, so if you know me, you know that I love the mix between lavender and tonka beans. This is something that I really enjoy in fragrances. I love this combo. And here, yeah, it makes no exception. So yeah, this is one that I love to wear casually. It has quite a good longevity and projection, so this one is quite strong. And this is one that I love to wear just as a cozy fragrance at home, or like an uplifting fragrance also, because it's quite fruity and sweet, or something to wear when I go out. So I think it's quite versatile also. And this is why I got it, because yeah, I finished my samples and I really enjoy wearing it. Okay, so I had to make some space as usual. So the next fragrances that I'm going to talk about, the last two, are fragrances that I wore for Halloween, for the Halloween period. So if you've not watched the videos yet, so I really encourage you to watch the videos from John, so sent it Snowdrop, John Snowdrop, I never know because you changed your name. Then the video from Claire Smith, because I really enjoyed these two videos. They talked about the background of Halloween. They also found some fragrances for different characters from Halloween. I also really recommend you to watch the video from the Fragrantician, and also the one from Lizzie from Rose & Jones, because she made a tag video, which to me is also quite related to Halloween. So if you enjoy this kind of theme, I really encourage you to watch these videos, and I will put them below in the description box. So, okay, let's go back to the fragrances that I wore for Halloween. So the first one is Rouge Velours. So why? Because first, I guess because of the color of the juice, this one really reminded me of blood, and I thought of, I don't know, I really think about vampire when I see this fragrance. It is quite a dark rose fragrance, because it's definitely is a patchouli, rose patchouli fragrance, which is usually not my type, but I really enjoy this one. This is maybe one of the only rose patchouli, strong rose and patchouli fragrance that I have and that I wear. I really enjoy the beauty and the quality of a portrait of a lady, for an example, but I really don't see myself wearing this fragrance, because I feel like it's not me. And when I tried this fragrance, I felt like it was the fragrance wearing me and not the other way around, you know, like the fragrance was over wearing me. I don't know if you can say it like that, but I guess you understand what I mean. It has it's the personality, let's say, of the fragrance is really strong, and I thought like it was not me. I didn't recognize myself in Portrait of a Lady, even if I really recognized this great fragrance. But I really enjoy wearing this one, so Rouge Velours. So I love the spicy, the peppery opening. It has something really sparkling, so I guess it's pink pepper usually when I have this impression. I love also the other notes. So on my skin I have tons of rose and patchouli. This is with the pink pepper. This is mainly what you get. But on paper I have some other floral notes. I also have some iris, which I really like, and strangely on my skin it doesn't show up much more, which is rare. Usually iris is something that is really amplified by my skin, but not in this case, which is a pity, but okay. And what I get is a really strong, a little bit earthy patchouli in the background, which I really like. So yeah, I don't know, if I had to choose a fragrance for vampire, I guess this is the one I would choose. And also be quite careful because the juice is really red, so when you spray it on your clothes, if you wear something white, I don't know, discourage you to spray it on something white. Maybe in that case where you can on your skin first, or spray it on your scarf, or if it's dark, of course, not if it's white, but yeah. So, and the last one that I wore for Halloween also, so the next day, and this one is Patchouli Aromatic. So this is one that really, yeah, reminds me of witches. So if I had to choose a fragrance for a witch, I guess this is the one that I would choose. This is not a strong fragrance. This is not one that performs really well, or I guess in the sense of a strong projection and something that's really in your face. Not at all. This is something that is more like yeah, the aromatic patchouli. I guess the name is well chosen. So what I get from this one is a patchouli, but it's more a sweet patchouli, a bit spicy, and I have lots of sage also from this one. So I love the mix between the sage and the patchouli. And I have this vetiver behind, but that is quite clean. It's not really earthy. I have more earthiness, I guess, a little bit more from the patchouli, but it's not really a earthy patchouli. It's more like a sweet patchouli. Yeah, I guess, I hope you understand what I mean here. And I was surprised, this is one that performed better in the heat. So it was quite a warm day in the end. Yeah, it was still maybe 20 or 21 degrees, which is quite weird for us for October, but yeah, at the end of October it was quite hot. At the beginning also, but yeah, I guess the whole month of October was weird. We had lots of storms because of that, but okay, whatever. And this one is a fragrance, I guess, that was quite, I was going to say misunderstanding, but yeah, I didn't really understand this fragrance, I guess. Since I got it, I thought, okay, it's a nice one, but okay, whatever. And now that I try this one in the heat, honestly, I think, okay, maybe if I had to make my ranking of these fragrances now, I know I have to do it, it's in the videos that I planned. Maybe the ranking would be higher, because I think this is definitely in the heat that you have to wear this one. So yeah, and I chose it for Halloween because the sage for me is a note that reminds me of witches, and to me witches are not especially strong, or let's say high character in the sense of personality. They tend to be close to the nature and like healer, let's say. So that's why, yeah, this aromatic note and this patchouli reminded me of this character. Okay, so as I spent 2 weeks with this quite contagious disease that you know, I was not able to go out a lot and discover many fragrances this month. So I just retried a sample that I got previously, which is yeah, maybe you won't be able to read that, but okay. This is Mandarine Basilic, but the Forte version from Guerlain. So I really retried this one, and I wore it also during the months. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. I love this one as much, I would say, as the first version, which is the classical version. So what I get between these two, the first version, so not the Forte one, but let's say the classic version of Mandarine Basilic, is quite fresh. The citrus is really sparkling, so this is more on the citrusy side of the mandarin orange. This one to me is much more fruity, so it's more on the fruity, sweet side of the mandarin orange. It's much more fruity, less citrusy, let's say, so we are not on the citrusy aspect of the fruit. And yeah, I really love this super fruity opening, but you can still feel that this is a citrus fruit, you know. So I really love that. The mandarin orange is really pretty. And I love that it has also this comforting background with the vanilla behind, and it works really well. So I really enjoyed this one. it's still quite strong for citrus fragrance, so I really like that. And definitely between their two releases, so the Rosa Forte and the Mandarine Basilic Forte, I definitely prefer this one. I love the original Rosa that I really like, and I feel like they completely lost the kind of the originality of Rosa. It was one of the first commercial rose lychee fragrance, kind in the vibe of L'Eau à la Rose, but before L'Eau à la Rose was released. And with the so the Forte version lost the note of lychee, I guess, and they added the note of pear. So yeah, I think it's quite common, you know, this rose pear fragrance. You have tons of these kind of fragrances on the market. So to me, it was quite common and quite okay, whatever, another rose pear fragrance. But this one, the Mandarin one, I think it's quite special and it's really, really good. So I really love that one. Yeah, definitely another great release by Guerlain, and one that I maybe think about getting a bottle of it. I guess for spring it's gonna be really, really great. So yeah, maybe another buy. Okay, so that's it for the month of October. I hope you enjoy my favorites. Tell me what you've been wearing this month, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!